I am going to walk you through a step-by-step guide on how to plan and execute a school advocacy program that is impactful, efficient, and leaves a lasting impression. Whether you are a student, a volunteer, or part of an organization, this video will help you turn your advocacy dream into a powerful school program. Let's get into it. So I have 12 practical steps to share with you. Step 1. Let passion lead. Every strong advocacy program begins with a clear purpose. So what is the issue you are passionate about? Is it drug abuse prevention, climate change, health awareness, or whatsoever issue you are passionate about? So take a moment to clarify what matters to you, because your passion will keep you going when things get tough, and it will also inspire others to join you. Step 2. Build a team, because collaboration is key. You need to find people who share your passion, but also people who bring different skills to the table. You need planners, creatives, people who are good with the camera. You need people who are even good with logistics. Please don't try to do it all alone, because with the right team, things get smoother, more enjoyable, and more effective. Step 3. Pick your target school. You need to choose your target school wisely. And when doing this, you need to ask yourself 3 questions. Question 1. Who needs the message most? Question 2. What age group would benefit the most? And question 3. Are there schools you have contacts in or you have access to? You also need to understand the school's culture and values. This will help you to tailor your message rightly. Step 4. Get approval and schedule your session. You need to send an official letter or a professional letter to the school management, and there are 4 things you need to state clearly in your letter. 1. You need to be clear about who you are. 2. You need to be clear about your topic and purpose. 3. You need to be clear about the time you are proposing. And 4. You need to be clear about what the school stands to gain. So when you go to the school, you can have a conversation with the school management in order for you to explain yourself better. Then also, after submitting your letter, you need to follow up respectfully. And once they give you an approval, just move on with your plans. Step 5. You need to plan the content and flow of your session. This is the backbone of your program. You need to map out the structure of the session. You need to plan how you are going to start the session, the key messages you plan to deliver, and what are the ways you plan to engage the students. You also need to plan for sustainability, because the best programs don't end when the team leaves. You can think of starting a school club. You can leave printed resources behind. You can encourage teachers to be a part of the session in order for them to pass the knowledge to students that are not even part of the session. Above all, think long-term impact. Don't just start a fire, keep it burning. And you also need to bear in mind the time allocated to you. So you need to plan your schedule, your session to fit into it. Try your best to maximize and manage your time. Step 6. Design engaging materials. This will help to keep your session visual and memorable. So you can create slides, short videos, poster cards, charts, and other forms of visual representations. Please note, you need to adapt your content to the age group you're addressing. Step 7. Make it interactive. Don't just talk, engage, because nobody likes a boring lecture. The more interactive your session is, the more they will enjoy and remember it. Step 8. Execute like a pro. Bring the energy, express clarity, and make impact. These are the things you need to do on the D-Day. 1. You need to arrive early, at least 20 minutes before the scheduled time. So when you get to the school, you have a last-minute discussion with the school management, you revise your lines, you go through your materials, and you get ready to interact with the students. And when you start your session, speak clearly, be full of energy, connect with the students, smile, and make eye contact. You also need to manage your time properly. Please note, things might not go perfectly, but you need to stay focused and adjust as needed. Step 9. Get feedback. You need to ask the students and the teachers what they learned and what they think about the session. This will help you to grow and improve your future programs. Step 10. Share the moment. You need to document and post on social media. Of course, you would have taken photos and short videos with consent. I remember the first school advocacy program I did. I had to inform them ahead, and I told them that I had someone with me that would be taking photos and short videos and that I will be posting it on social media, and they agreed with me. So you can post the photos and videos online, share your impact, tag the school, and also tag your team members. This is going to boost your credibility, and it will also help you attract more support for your future programs. Step 11. Reflect and refine. After the program, have a discussion with your team members. This is going to help you build better advocacy programs in the future. And step 12, the last step. Ask for help. If you are stuck with your planning, your content, and logistics, please reach out to people. So there you have 12 practical steps to plan and execute a successful school advocacy program. And remember that with the right mindset, teamwork, preparation, you can create change even as a young person. If you found this video helpful, do well to give it a thumbs up, share it with someone you know who wants to make an impact, and also subscribe for more content like this. And if you are planning your own school advocacy program, let me know in the comment section. I would love to hear about it. See you next time.